It was never meant to be a moment etched in baseball history. No one walked into Fenway Park on August 8th, 1982, expecting to witness anything more than the usual rhythm of summer baseball. Hot dogs in hand, scorecards scrawled with pencil. Hot dogs in hand, scorecards scrawled with pencil, and the comforting murmur of the crowd blending with the sounds of baseball at Fenway. But that day, the game itself became just a footnote. The crack of a bat broke through the afternoon air, a sharp, clean sound that sent a foul ball screaming toward the stands. In the split second that followed, time seemed to slow for everyone except for one man. A 4-year-old boy there to enjoy the game with his family didn't have time to react. The ball struck him in the head. Gasps rippled through the stadium, and in a heartbeat, joy turned to dread. Spectators rose in confusion, and panic began to mount. The boy collapsed. His family froze. Security hesitated. Medical help was somewhere in the maze of Fenway. Then Jim Rice moved. He saw the entire episode happen and had to make a difference. From the dugout, the Red Sox slugger had seen the whole thing. And in that moment, he didn't think about the game, the cameras, or the risk. He didn't call for help. He didn't point fingers. He ran. He sprinted into the stands, lifting the unconscious child into his arms like he'd known him his whole life. He didn't cradle him with caution. He held him with a purpose, with urgency, with the unmistakable determination of someone who had already decided this boy was going to live. No security checkpoint, no crowd control, just one man weaving through the chaos with a bleeding child in his arms and his heart in his throat. Rice laid the boy on the dugout floor where team doctors were waiting. EMTs arrived. And eventually the boy was taken to the hospital. He survived. Not because it was a miracle, because Jim Rice made it happen. Doctors later said that if Rice hadn't acted so quickly, that boy might not have made it through the night. It wasn't just a gesture, it was the seconds he saved. Seconds that mattered. And still, the story didn't end there. Rice visited the hospital later, quietly away from the headlines. That's when he learned the family didn't have much, no wealth, no cushion for hospital bills. And again, Rice did something that never showed up in any stat sheet. He walked to the hospital's business office and made sure the medical costs were redirected to him. No press release, no spotlight, just grace. He returned to the game that same day wearing a blood-stained uniform, no theatrics, no posturing. Just a man who had done something heroic and saw no reason to tell anyone about it. This wasn't a baseball moment. This wasn't a highlight reel or a tale to inflate a career. It was human, raw, real. And maybe that's what makes it unforgettable. Because in the midst of a game designed to celebrate strength, speed, and stats, Jim Rice reminded the world that true greatness isn't measured in home runs or batting averages. It's measured in instinct, in compassion, in the willingness to run into the stands, not for glory, but for life, for life. That moment, more than any MVP award or All-Star appearance, became the truest mark of Jim Rice's legacy, a legacy written not just in the record books, but in the life he saved. The good news is the boy had a complete recovery and was able to make it back to the ballpark for opening day the following year. Today, that young man is 31 years old, and for him and many others, Jim Rice is his childhood hero. It is the stories that makes baseball such a unique game. We hope you will like this video and share it with someone who would appreciate the special day at Fenway that many know nothing about.